I don't like the look of those two guards. This must be some kind of prison. What is through that passageway?
It could be the prison compound. Then again, it could not.
Who are you?
We will not tell you which of us is Ick and which is Uck, because one of us is Ick and the other is Uck. Or it could be the other way around. We're not telling.
Who is being held prisoner?
It could be the keeper of the scrolls. Then again, the prison could be empty.
Let me inside the prison!
Only authorized Dark World personnel are allowed to enter. Leave the premises immediately!
I am a Dark World prison official. Let me in.
Oh, a Dark Worlder, are you? I bet you don't even know if it's day or night.
Day or night? But there's no sun in the Dark World.
But we have day and night just like anywhere else. Any Dark Worlder can tell the difference.
I am a Dark Worlder. Give me a chance to prove it.
We will let you pass if you prove to us that you are really a Dark Worlder. Tell us which of us is Ick and which is Uck, and tell us whether it's day or night. You can ask questions, if you like. We like to be fair.
Which one of you is telling the truth?
I am. I am Ick, and it is night. He is not. It is not. I am Ick, and it is daytime, and that's final.
I need to think about this some more.
Then leave. Don't come back until you can prove you're a Dark Worlder. Ugly organic.
Oh my God! That's Rita's head! It's happening all over again. The ancients have returned! The cable runs from the power generator to the inside of that structure. This place reminds me of the hatchery from my first visit to the Dark World. Only this incubator is much bigger. What a monstrous fetus! And it's looking right at me. That's the ancient spaceship. It's drawing its psychic energy from this power generator. What is this thing? I can't tell if it is an electric motor or a shooting gallery. There's an empty socket here. It looks like a jack for some vital component. This looks like a power grid map. It kind of resembles the business district in my hometown. This device is definitely biomechanical, part living organism and part machine. This machine has an empty socket like the other one. This machine has an empty socket like the other one. Can you speak?
To be sorry. To be producing power infected with random magnetic fluxes. To be not able to stabilize magnetic emanations from power disk.
This power grid seems to correspond to the seedier sections of my own hometown. What a hideous mechanism. This perverted joining of man and machine has got to be stopped. This lit section resembles our civic center. This must be the gate to the power center. This hellhole looks like a twisted perversion of my hometown. This cul-de-sac ends at a cross. Why are there symbols of death all around this complex? A cross is supposed to give comfort, but I feel only despair. Dead end, in more ways than one. This skeleton looks millions of years old. I wonder if it is some ancestor of the ancients. This building looks like some kind of processing plant. What's that rancid stench? It smells like rotten meat. This creature behind the bar seems friendly enough. He doesn't look like he's gonna eat me anyway. What is this place?
Why, it's the food hall, of course. Everyone knows that. But we don't have much food now. The deliveries have stopped.
What is there to eat around here?
I still have some rations of liquefied entrails in my food dispensers. Very filling.
It sure is empty around here.
The regulars don't come around much anymore. Things have changed since the takeover. I get a few of the privileged workers every now and then, but that's about it.
Did someone take over the Dark World?
Yes, the invaders from space. Everyone calls them the Ancients. They've taken over our world. They run everything from their spaceship, but we never see them. They use their minions to maintain control.
Who are the Ancients?
Horrible beings with great mental powers. They've been systematically eliminating us. But I stopped living in fear a long time ago. I've resigned myself to death.
When did the Ancients first arrive?
More than a year ago. The first few months were very bloody. Half of our population was wiped out, and our government fell. The Ancients now control our judges and the Dreketh Guard.
Do the Ancients have total control over the Dark World?
Yes. Now we're a police state. And I'd steer clear of the Hall of Justice if I were you. The Dark Justices are not very friendly towards strangers, especially those who are organic instead of biomechanical.
Who are the minions?
The troopers who enforce the Ancients' decrees, and the justices who administer them. We have no one to defend us any longer. The Keepers are all dead, or imprisoned.
What decrees did the Ancients impose?
Those not chosen to be killed must obey the Ancients' will. We no longer lead our own lives.
Just what are the Keepers?
The Keepers were our government. Truth, light, and justice. It's all gone now.
What are privileged workers?
You know, those who have chosen to work for the Ancients, they get special treatment.
What are these creatures I see peering out of the walls every now and then?
Them? They're electro-vermin, chewing on the power cables, most likely. They're just about my only customers these days.
Anything unusual going on around here lately?
Unusual? Aside from being enslaved by a master race of alien beings? Not much.
Is there anyone to lead a revolt?
Everyone works for the Ancients now. I'm forced to turn over all my proceeds to them. We have to. We are killed if we don't. Of course, there was one old fool who tried to lead a revolt, but the Ancients locked him up next door.
Thanks for your time. I'll see you around.
Perhaps. If I'm not scheduled to be fed to a life force leech first.
Do you mind if I take this, delicacy with me?
Take it, human. No one else is left to eat it but the vermin.
This building reminds me of some project I messed up in shop class. This is either a Dark World armory, or I've wandered into a gun shop in Los Angeles. Who are you?
I'm a simple craftsman, skilled in the arts of binding metal with flesh. I build biomechanical appendages.
What are biomechanical appendages?
Organic and mechanical weapons that connect with and into your body. They are controlled by your nervous system, just like a normal muscle.
What is this place?
A weaponry and supply shop. I create powerful weapons used by the lackeys that serve our masters.
What are you working on now?
I am building a grenade-launching crossbow, a special order from the Dreketh Guard. Unfortunately, I don't have a trigger mechanism for it. Weapons are in such high demand these days. Parts are hard to come by.
Why can't you just build a triggering device?
Supplies of metal have been difficult to obtain since the Ancients took over. Everything is being reserved for the power center. But if you can find me a metal triggering device, I'll build you a weapon.
Who are your masters?
The Ancients. They force us to work for them or die, those monsters. But at least I am able to practice my craft.
Are all the inhabitants of the Dark World enslaved?
All of us still alive. Those few of us the Ancients deemed valuable were spared and forced to work for them. Rather than kill us outright, they drain our life force slowly. Offerings, they call it.
How can the Ancients be defeated?
I don't see how. There was one brave soul, Goth was his name, who tried to organize a rebellion, but thought the ancients ordered me to build a power lock to confine him behind the recreation center.
Who are the lackeys?
We all are. Craftsmen like me, the Dreketh Guard, the Justices, privileged workers. We are all under the ancients' rule, and we will remain so until we die.
Well, this is all very interesting, but I must be leaving. I'm sure I'll be back.
Do you think you have a choice?
What a magnificent structure. It looks like a temple, but I can't imagine that Dark Worlders would find anything worthy of worship. This place gives me the creeps. Even in the normal world, I feel uneasy about attending church, especially since my father died. That's the Keeper of the Light. I wish I had a chance to speak with her longer before she died. I don't recognize this figure. That's the Keeper of the Scrolls. She is such a beautiful creature. Excuse me, can you help me?
I am the High Priestess of the Temple of the Triangle. Welcome, and learn what I have to teach.
What is this place?
This temple was constructed eons ago as a place of worship for Dark World beings. Originally, it was set up to honor the points of the Triangle, but of course all that is now gone.
Tell me about the points of the triangle.
The points of the triangle were the basis of our religion. The 3 points are truth, represented by the light, knowledge, represented by the scrolls, and justice, represented by the sword.
Tell me about the light.
The light illuminates our lives. It shines with universal truth. It will obliterate the darkness of all that is false or evil.
Tell me about the scrolls.
The scrolls contain the vast knowledge of our people. They are the foundation of our civilization. They represent order and stability.
Tell me about the sword.
The sword is a powerful weapon against injustice and fear. It is useless against the mundane, but against evil, it is invincible.
Why do you say that everything is now gone?
The ancients have taken over our world. They have outlawed our religion and imprisoned spiritual leaders such as me.
You're a spiritual leader?
I was the High Priestess. I conveyed the wisdom of the Keepers to all Dark Worlders who worship the Triangle. But now I am forbidden by the ancients to instruct our people.
Why are you helping me if you are forbidden to do so?
Just because something is forbidden does not mean it no longer occurs. It is my destiny to teach. It is your destiny to learn and act upon that knowledge. Restrictions only enhance the desire to fulfill that destiny.
You don't look like you're imprisoned.
I am imprisoned here in a confinement beam. The ancients thought it too dangerous to keep all the religious leaders imprisoned in the same area. Some are held in the prison, some under house arrest.
Some of you are held under house arrest? I expected worse from the ancients.
It is more insidious than it sounds. The ancients had their minions install power locks all over the area. The machines in the power center direct energy to various sections of the city to split us up and discourage rebellion.
What can you tell me about the Dark World?
The Dark World has existed alongside your normal world ever since time began. It has evolved along with your Earth, a counterpart, a negative image of your own world.
Why do you say that this place is a negative image of my world?
We're what you would consider to be the dark side of yourselves. What seems to be madness to you, we consider sane. What you perceive as pain, we feel as pleasure.
How much is the Dark World a counterpart to my own?
People and places in your world have parallels here in the Dark World. There are differences, however. Sometimes the Dark World counterparts are missing, killed by the ancients or otherwise lost.
Can actions in the Dark World affect the normal world?
Sometimes, but the rules governing these correlations are not understood. But yes, many times an action in the Dark World causes a reaction in its normal world counterpart. Electromagnetic correlations seem to be the strongest.
Now I understand why there are so many evil creatures here.
You have malevolent creatures in your own world, too. Do not confuse madness with evil. Most of us want to live in peaceful coexistence with the normal world.
What can you tell me about the portals linking our two worlds?
The portals have always been in existence. There are portals all over Earth. It was inevitable that a few humans would find some of them. We've had normal world visitors for centuries.
Have any Dark Worlders crossed a portal into the normal world?
No, but it is more a matter of biology than physics. We would die immediately after crossing the barrier into your world. Our bodies require the chaos of our world. You humans are more adaptable.
Do you know where all the portals are located?
No one knows where all the portals are. There is one located in the power center inside a maze. I have heard that another exists elsewhere nearby, but the ancients keep its location secret.
Tell me more about the ancients.
The ancients are alien beings from another planet in our universe. They had depleted their home of its natural resources, the life force which sustained them, forcing them to plunder other worlds.
Where are the ancients now?
The ancients control things telepathically, using their psychically evolved brains. They slumber in their spaceship hovering over the power center. Few have ever seen them.
What do the ancients want?
They want to drain the life force from sentient creatures to sustain them in their eternal slumber. We have tried to stop them, but their minds are too powerful.
How did you try to stop them?
A short time ago, we staged an uprising. The Keeper of the Sword led the rebellion, but they failed.
What happened to the rebellion?
It was crushed by the ancients. You see, Michael, you are our only remaining hope for defeating the ancients.
You know who I am?
Of course, Michael. The story of your first battle against the ancients is chronicled in our sacred book, the Necronomicon. It also foretells that you will defeat the ancients once again. So you see, you cannot escape your destiny.
What became of the keepers?
The 3 keepers went into hiding, but recently have been found. The Keeper of the Sword was killed, and the Keeper of the Scrolls imprisoned. I heard the Keeper of the Light has also been slain.
Do you know where the Keeper of the Scrolls is imprisoned?
She is being held captive in the prison compound at the Ancients' Power Center. If you are planning to visit her, be warned that the biomechanoids guarding the prison will not be reluctant to kill organics like yourself.
I have many more questions to ask you.
I am afraid I have nothing more to tell you. You should go before the Dreketh Guard return. They check on me regularly.
One last thing. Can you tell me whether it is day or night?
Such temporal concepts only matter to soldiers such as the Dreketh Guard, or to biomechanical sentries. I'm sorry, that is an issue that is beyond the boundaries of my thoughts.
Why, there's a picture of my old house in Woodland Hills. And here's a picture of me. This chapter is about how I stopped the ancients' first plan to conquer the normal world. Why, there's a picture of my old house.